thought it would be a really ideal opportunity to talk to you about the sun, how it affects our eyes and what we can do about it. The sun is actually made up of, or it produces 3 different energies. The first is visible light, so that's what gives us the nice bright sunny days that we see more often in the summer. It produces infrared, that's what gives us heat and temperature, and it produces UV radiation as well. We can't see UV and we can't feel UV. And actually UV is what's most damaging to our eyes out of all 3 of those different energies. UV is categorised into 3 different areas depending on wavelength. So you've got UVC, which is actually the shortest wavelength. Most of its energy is absorbed by our ozone layer. You've got UVA, which is the longest wavelength, and that can cause damage to the back of our eyes because it's got that longer wavelength. You've got UVB, which is a medium sort of wavelength, and that actually can cause damage to the front surface of our eye. So it can include cataracts or something called pterygium, which is actually a growth on the white of our eyes, more common in people that work and spend a lot of time outdoors. So how do we protect our eyes from UV? Most of you are probably screaming at the screen right now going, I wear my sunglasses, which is absolutely excellent. Yes, if you've got sunglasses, they are the best form of protection for our eyes. What you need to look out for when buying sunglasses is that they carry a label which is UV 400 or category 3. That basically means that those sunglasses have been made to protect your eyes from all wavelengths of UV, so particularly UVA and UVB. Most opticians will supply sunglasses that meet those categories. It's just if you're in a supermarket or a clothing store, just make sure that they protect your eyes against those. It's really useless wearing them. Many of you believe that hats can help protect our eyes. I know schools are particularly big on making sure children wear hats, but they don't really sort of say anything about sunglasses. Hats are a great way of protecting our eyes and blocking UV from up above. But what many of you don't realise is it can actually be reflected. So take water for instance. Water can reflect up to 100% of UV. That would mean if you was laid by a pool, paddling pool in this instance, that you and your eyes would be getting up to 200% UV. Concrete is another one, up to 25% of UV can be reflected off concrete. If you already wear spectacles like me, the great news is that UV filters can be built into the lenses. So a high index lens, which is a more condensed lens, is actually made with a UV filter built into it, which protects us from UV from the front. Our lens manufacturer, Hoya, actually do a UV control which we can apply to the back surface. That actually prevents any UV being protected off the back of your lenses and then back into the eye. So that would give us 100% protection from UV all the time if you wear your glasses all the time. Photochromic lenses are another fantastic way to protect your eyes from UV, especially if you're using the UV control filter as well. Photochromic lenses, if you're indoors, tend to be nice and clear, like this one, can you see that? And then when you step outside, they go darker, like sunglasses. So I've just got a UV torch here. If I aim that, I'm going to do it sideways. If I aim that at there, you should see that that lens is starting to go darker, much like it would if you were stepping out into the sun. Now, some manufacturers do different types of photochromic lenses. Our lens manufacturer Hoya do something called Sensity, but they also do Sensity Dark, which reacts better behind a car window screen. Our car window screen tends to have UV filters built into it, and therefore prevent a standard Sensity lens from working to its best ability, whereas the Sensity Dark actually darkens a lot more behind a car window screen. The Sensity range also, they do a mirror lens, so you get a mirror over the front, so they look like mirrored sunglasses when they go dark. They look quite cool actually, quite fashionable. So we know now that it's the UV that the sun produces that can damage our eyes, either the front surface of our eyes, the back surface, or the eyelids, the skin around our eyes. We know how to protect our eyes, so we can use sunglasses, we can have filters built into our normal everyday clear lenses, and we can have photochromic lenses that go darker when you're in UV. I hope I've taught you all something. I hope I've not waffled too much, because I can do that sometimes. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends. Maybe give me a like if you feel like it, feel generous. If you need sunglasses, if you've broken yours, or you realise from this video that actually you should probably be wearing sunglasses, we have got a selection of basic sunglasses, polarised sunglasses and Maui Gym sunglasses on our website. Please feel free to browse them. And if you've got any questions, please get in touch with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all soon. Take care.